YTBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. And guys, I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys. It's been a lot of beef going on in the YTBC, y'all. It's been a lot of beef. And you know what? A lot of people have been asking me, what do I think about this? What do you think about who said what? You know, people, I don't really, and I haven't been responding to any of those comments. I haven't, because I've already had my piece. I've already said exactly what I said in my videos. I talked about the black women, how the races are really treating these black women. And I talked about that in the video, okay? And I also made a video called Breaking Point. And I gave my full, what I thought and my opinions on everything. So that's it. I'm not making any more videos. I'm not ethering anybody. I'm not going to do it, because I've taken a stand where I've already gave my opinion, so I'm not doing anything else. I talked to a few of the brothers, even me and Jay Sue, we talked for a long time about a lot of personal stuff that I'm never going to divulge, no matter what. I'm not going to divulge it. But, we are going to do a lot of collaborative projects, but what I'm not going to do is, and I've already made my mind up, and I'm not going to put my foot on any brother's neck. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, go out and just, rip another brother apart. I ain't going to do it because, it's been enough of that going on. So I'm not doing it. So we're going to collab. We're going to talk boxing. We're going to do a lot of it. And yes, we are going to address racism. But as far as trying to go in and destroy another brother, I'm just not going to do it. Okay? I'm not going to do it. But guys, I want to talk to y'all something that's completely different. And for a video, I actually want us to put our beef aside. I want everybody, white, black, Chinese, Hispanic, I want all of us to put aside our beef. Because I'm going to have you guys thinking, okay? Because what I tell you in this video, everybody can do it. If you are a single mom, I want you and your son to watch this video. If you're a single mom or a single parent, I want you and your daughter to watch this video. I call this video The 3 Sons and 1 Daughter. This first tomb, this first grave that I'm going to approach, okay? I'm not going to put his name out there, okay? I'm not going to do it. But he was a guy that he died in 2006. He, worked in my program. He got his life back together for 4 years. It was a struggle trying to get him to do the right thing, but he finally started doing his work. He pulled his GPA up from a 2.0 to a 2.9, which it was very good because he didn't do any work for the first couple of years of school. And he got accepted to college on a football scholarship. He was going to go, and he was brutally murdered. And people, it's really taken me a while to come out and actually talk about this. See, people, y'all don't know. See, y'all see me, yeah, I do a lot of the funny videos, and I do a lot of stuff. But y'all really don't know what the next man is going through. We just don't know. And so, this was my inner fear. We all have it. This was my inner fear. And this is one now that I'm addressing. I'm addressing one of my fears. Okay? And I'm doing it right now. But guys, what happened to this young man, he got out of the game. He didn't want to participate anymore. And my program, we get we get people in gangs, we get the young ladies who don't have any self-esteem. They completely stop what they want to do, what they've been doing. They always stop, and they always get their grades up, they always go to school. We've been doing this 100% of the time. He died in 2006, and he died for no reason. He died simply for no reason, because he wanted to not be in the gang. The gang didn't quite like the fact that he wanted to get out of the gang, so they hunted him down and killed him. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all where I'm going with this. Okay, I'm going to move to the next person. Okay? And people, I want you to watch the entire video. I want you to watch it, because at the end of the video, you're going to see exactly what the point of this video is. Because I think for one cause, and I don't care where you live at, everybody who listening to this video can do what I'm suggesting. Okay? Okay. I want to talk about this young woman, okay? I'm not going to put her name out there, okay? I'm not going to do it. But she was 19 at the time of her death. Now, she died in 1994. And I'll never forget it because, she was one of the first people I coached. Really and truly, point blank, one of the first people that I ever coached. And, she was rough, man. She used to carry switchblades in her mouth. I mean, she was really, really rough around the edges, man. But, she was in the program, for a year. Because I had only been coaching for a year. I'd really only been coaching for about a year or so. And she was in the program, She was in the program, and I was still in college. And I always checked on this person. Always. And I was really a big brother / mentor. And she started, doing her homework. She started respecting her mom. And she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, she was killed. She was killed because of a young man that she tried to separate from. She tried to get away from him. She didn't want to do what he was suggesting anymore. She didn't want to just keep putting herself out like that. She didn't want to. She stopped. And she was murdered, you know, for trying to go off to school. And she was going to get a track and field scholarship. She was going to get this. A lot of people, and even my own family members, they don't even know a lot of the stuff that I'm dropping, because I just chose not to say anything. See, I've been living with this for a long, long time. I've been living with this for a long time, but I can't, I'm not going to put her stuff on there. I'm not going to do it, but that's the grave, but I'm not going to put it on there, okay? But she died for no reason. So now I'm going to go to the next young man. I'm going to go to the young man. And guys, I got 2 more graves to go to after this young man. I got 2 more, okay? All right, I'm going to go to where he's buried. And you know, isn't it ironic that each one of these young people, guys, they're all buried in the exact same cemetery? And I found it ironic. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Wrong one. I do. I find it really, really, really ironic. Hold on. I'm almost there. Okay. Here's the grave. Okay, I can't put it on camera. But guys, this young man, he was gunned down. He was gunned down brutally. Okay, he was brutally gunned down. You know, he had been in my program. He changed his life around. See, the story is the same thing. These kids, they're rough around the edges. He changed his life around. He, you know, one of his friends talked him into, you know, going out to go do one more run, do one more deal. And in an exchange, he was selling the drugs. And in exchange, you know, he was gunned down. They murdered him. They took his drugs, and they pretty much left him laying in a pool of his own blood. Okay? I blame myself for his death, too. I blamed myself. I blamed myself because I thought that I wasn't a good mentor. I blamed myself for the one young lady because I thought I wasn't a good mentor. I blamed myself for the first young man because I thought I wasn't a good mentor. I thought I wasn't. You know, I thought that, you know, yeah, they changed their life. These kids are changing their lives. They're getting out the game, and they want to do the right thing. And they started doing the right thing. See, they started doing the right thing. They started doing the right thing. Now, this next young man, okay? This next young man, I'm going to go to his grave. I'm going to go to it. And again, I'm not going to put the name. But this going to surprise y'all. This going to surprise y'all. This next young man, and I'm walking. This is a tough video, man. It's a tough video for me to make. It's very tough, y'all. And I can't even tell you guys enough how tough this video is to make. Okay, there's his tombstone. Nope, I'm sorry. That's not it. It's been a while, guys, since I've been here, okay? It's been a nice little long while. Okay, here's his tombstone. It's right here. Okay, this young man, you know what? He wasn't black. This guy was white. He was pretty much, man, his parents pretty much didn't want anything else to do with him. They kind of, you know, in society, he's better known, called as white trash, is what they called him. And, you know, this kid, many times, you know, didn't have food. You know, he actually had to stay with me for a little while. I never told anybody this. He stayed with me for a while. You know, I would let him, you know, come up to campus with me. When I graduated college, I got my first apartment. You know, he was kind of in between my home and his home. But I've never told a single soul. I've never told my family. I've never even opened my mouth about what I was doing. Never did. But, you know, he lived a hard life, man. This kid, for all his teenage years, it was hard. This kid had nobody to really turn to, you know. The meals he got is when I took him home, and I took him home every single day. And I feel bad for this kid, man. I feel bad, and I get choked up because, you know what? Nobody really gave a damn about him or his life. Nobody gave a damn about him. Nobody tried to. See, Blood Boxing is going to understand this video. Blood is going to understand exactly what's going on. Blood has been through this so many times, and it's never easy. And I blame myself for these 4 deaths. I did. For a long time, I did. I blame myself, and I carried this around with me for a long time. But people, if you are a father and you are out of touch with your son or your daughter, this is what happens. This is the result. Okay? This is the result of fathers, mothers, parents, period. This is the result of you not being there. Because all these kids have one common denominator. They're fathers. You see, I don't discredit the mom. The mothers, they have a role in a child's life. But the father is the strong figure. You don't even have to be in the house. You got a son or a daughter that you know for a fact that you ain't talked to in a month. You ain't talked to them. You ain't heard from them in a month. You got a son, you got a daughter. You really, really need to be a part of that life. And I'm talking to you fathers. I'm talking to all you fathers. I'm talking to each and every one of you fathers. I need you guys to step up. I need you guys to step up. I completely need you guys to step your game up and start being there for your children. Be there for them. Because this is going to be the result. Now see, guys like me and guys like Blood Boxing, we do the best we can. We fill in for y'all. We try to do the best that we can. We do it. But see, we can't do it all. We can't do it all. And in this cemetery, there's got to be hundreds of kids in this cemetery. It's got to be. But I showed y'all 4. All these kids had the same denominator. There was no dad in the house. And the last young man that I talked to y'all about, when I talked to y'all about him, he had nobody. No mom, no dad, nobody that gave a damn about him. And this is what ended up. This is where he ended up. Every last one of y'all that's listening to this video, you guys can reach your hand out and y'all can mentor a dysfunctional kid. We all know a dysfunctional kid. I know me and Blood know. We know a whole lot of them. We know a lot of these kids. But you guys, y'all live somewhere where you know somebody dysfunctional. And you know what? It don't really take a lot for you to give an hour a week, an hour a month, call, check to see what they're doing. Every last one of you guys listening to this video, you guys can point blank, you can change some of this. See, Blood and I, we can't do it all. See, Blood and I, we have kept many kids out of this graveyard. See, we done kept a lot of kids out this graveyard. We done kept a lot of them out of here. But people, it's still too many. One kid is too many that you can actually help. You can help them. You can't help them all, y'all. But I know it's one kid you know in your area. And I'm talking to man, woman, anybody that's listening to this video. You guys can point blank change a life. You can change them. But it's going to take, you as a person looking past what you have going on in your life and do something for somebody else in their life. People, we all need to step it up. See, sometimes I do videos that's just not boxing related. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about life lessons. These 4 kids, man, they in this cemetery. And they all got a common denominator. Their fathers were non-existent. They're non-existent. And people, I got to tell y'all now, this is big. It's big. So set aside to be for one, even an hour, and just ask yourself, do I know a kid that could use my assistance? This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.